It's like dark.
Live on Instagram.
Ooh, we got a little blurriness. There, that's a little bit better right there. Live on Instagram, live on Facebook, live on, no, this is YouTube. This is Facebook. Wow, this is going to get confusing, everybody. But we wanted to stream on all 3 platforms to give some just better exposure to a broad range of demographics. You're probably after lunch. You're probably sitting on social media. I know you're working. So you can always watch the replay of this. This will be posted except on Instagram. But Facebook, YouTube, we got the replays of this. Welcome to R.E.A.L Q&A. It is the evolution of Talking Tech and Tacos that we've done for the last couple months. It is the next step, the next stage, and I'm thinking that I can bring more value to my target audience, which is not only buyers and sellers, but realtors as well, in the area, out of the area, and hopefully bring something of value to your career, which is what most of my content is based around. But of course, as a real estate company, as a broker, I want to help buyers and sellers out there and give you as much rich information as I can. So if you see me looking back and forth, it's because we have 3 audiences here, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. In this show, the whole purpose is really trying to answer your questions that pertain to real estate. So what I'm going to try and accomplish each week is to answer a question from a buyer's perspective, answer a question that a seller may have of real estate, and answer a realtor question that pertains to like their career or their work in real estate. So if you have questions, what I'd love to do is like accumulate them over the course of the week, or you can put them in here. You can put them in the comments, put your questions in here. I may not answer it in this moment. I may. It just depends. If I get a couple good questions or a couple repeat questions that people kind of want to know the same thing, I want to know what you are curious about in your real estate career, or if you're looking to buy a property, you've never bought one before, or you have, or maybe you just haven't in the state of South Carolina, or if you're looking to sell a property, same kind of thing. If you've sold a property or you've never sold a property before, what kind of questions would you have before you take that step? Maybe I can answer them. So again, Chris Ward, broker in charge, Eagle Realty, Wealth Q&A. Give it a little bit of time to let some people get on live and that kind of thing. But I do have 3 questions set up that I commonly get. So not only will I be answering your questions that you submit, but I'm actually going to also try to answer questions that I've had over my 15-year career, common questions that I hear a lot from buyers, sellers, and realtors. So first question I had today was on the buyer side. So if you ever bought or sold a property or you're thinking about buying, a lot of the questions is like, what do I do first? Whether you're buying your primary residence or a second home, like what's my first step? And a lot of times what I advise buyers is, before you just start looking on Zillow and Realtor.com, or have, your realtor start taking you around to houses and showing you the actual interior of houses, what you really need to know is what can you afford. Yes, you can go to different mortgage apps or your bank or Realtor.com mortgage and like estimate based on what you think you can afford. But there are some very particulars with the loan programs that are out there that you probably want to talk to a lender first. Talk to a lender. Doesn't mean you have to stick with them per se. I mean, hopefully you have a good lender, a good rapport with one either in your bank or a mortgage professional. But talk with them first and see if they can guide you through kind of a pre-qualification process to give you the ins and outs of what you may need. Now, in my experience, though, what I would always tell a buyer is, do you know your credit score? Do you have some cash in the bank? And can you prove your income? Those 3 things. Do you know your credit score? Is it good? Is it above 620 or above? Do you have some cash on hand? You're going to have some kind of funds for closing, even if you don't do large down payment loan programs. And do you have a W-2 job? Can you prove your income? If you're just a 1099, how much income are you claiming on your taxes? Like, can you prove and verify your income? So it's not just about what you can afford. It's really actually what you can prove in your income, what your ratios are, your credit, and do you have some cash on hand? Those are the first places to start. So I always recommend starting before you actually get out and looking and put your, actually put your body in homes and looking at homes and find something that you may love, but you find out you can't afford. Don't put yourself in that predicament. Talk to a mortgage, talk to someone in lending, and you'll be able to find that out and keep track of those other 3 areas as well. Moving on to sellers. So one of the biggest questions I always get for sellers is people looking to sell their home is, what do I look for in a listing agent? We have buyer's agency, and we have listing agents. There is a difference. We'll talk about that in a different show maybe. But as a listing agent, someone that is going to list your property for sale, to sell it for you, to market your home, two big areas that you need to be asking them questions about, asking the agents that you're talking to, even if it was just referred to you from Joe down the street, or if you're online searching Zillow reviews or Realtor.com reviews, or if you are just driving by a real estate office and talk to the professional on call there, whatever. How do you find your agent? Most of the time it's through a referral basis, but you need to ask them two major questions or glean from them this information. One, what's their marketing strategy? Do they actually have a strategy to market your home more than just putting it on the MLS system? Do they have a marketing strategy to get the mass exposure for your home? Their job is to get your home in front of as many potential buyers as possible so that you have the best chance of selling in a quick time frame for the right price. Do they have a marketing strategy over the term of the whole listing? That needs to be number one. Number two, their knowledge in the marketplace. Their knowledge as far as that community, the neighborhood, the town. Do they know the stats? Do they bring you comps? Do they bring you hard analytical data about the homes and home prices in your area? Do they have that knowledge base and that experience of working in the area and working with sellers and buyers in the area? Again, their job may not be to bring the buyer as much as it is to market your home and find the most exposure, so buyers agents are bringing their clients there and making sure your home is very visible, very exposed to the right demographic of buyer, the right market. So that takes a certain skill set. So what's their knowledge base and what's their marketing plan to get your home sold quickly, efficiently, and for the right price? That's really what I usually tell sellers. Now, real estate agents. If you rewatch this or you're watching live, real estate agents, again, I think some of these questions will go for like our immediate area, but I think a lot of agents, you'll be able to glean some information from this, no matter where you work in the country or wherever your marketplace is. But a question I literally just had 2 days ago was, how important is new agent training? So a new agent asked me to talk about new agent training. I think new agent training is extremely important. If you're a brand new agent, just got licensed, just finished your test, just got out of school, you're looking to affiliate with a brokerage for your real estate career, you need to ask about training. Now, here's where the difference lies. Not all training is the same. And not only is not all training programs, franchise, independent, small, large companies, not only is not all training the same, and I realize in some companies it doesn't even exist because you have like second tier companies that don't even work with new agents. So you need to find out if they have training, but is the training right for you? You need to have a little bit of self-awareness of how do you learn? How do you best learn? Is it classroom setting? Is it self-paced like computer module, computer learning classes? Is it one-on-one mentor coaching type training? Is it classroom style with other agents involved, or do you like it to just be a one-on-one basis? You need to have a little bit of knowledge base about yourself and what kind of training you respond best to then be able to ask the right questions for each brokerage that you interview with of what is their training program like. I think all new agents obviously need training. That what you learn in school is to help you pass the test, not to do the day-to-day and run your business of real estate. So you will need training. But what type of training is really the question to help you learn the best and jumpstart your career as fast as possible. So always ask the question, not just do you have training, but what does your training program look like? And then be able to answer, and brokers, maybe this is a question for you, how do you best learn when you're interviewing a new agent? How do you best learn? And that way you can say, our training will work for you, or be honest and say, it won't, maybe you should try this. So those are the three questions today from Real Q&A. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Again, submit your questions all week. If you private message me on any social media platform, you can email me, go to our career site, discovereaglerealty.com, and you can message me through there, and I'd love to answer any of the questions that you may have. Tune in next time, Real Q&A. You guys have an awesome day. We're ending the stream.